The next 8, we've got 24 through 17. Who's the most interesting team on this little image for you, Mike?
I think 24 through 17. I think that the Atlanta Falcons are the most interesting team in this one because of, one, how good they were all of probably a couple years ago. They were a top 5 offensive line, arguably, in the NFL. Falling all the way to 22nd here.
Mm-hmm.
But it also could be, one, it could be worse if Chris Lindstrom, Caleb McGarry don't hit the ground running, but also it could be a lot better. There's just, you don't know with 2 starters, guys starting right next to each other, 2 rookies at right guard and right tackle. So that one's an interesting thing. And then Alex Mack in his mid-30s, is he going to keep up the high level of play, or is he going to fall off like we saw from Vitre, like we saw from Ryan Schrader in recent years?
Yeah, it's a good one to talk about because this is another one we get a lot of pushback for because people go, well, how can they be worse? They addressed it. They went hard in the draft. 2 first-round picks on the right-hand side. That's fixed. Offensive line done.
Yeah.
Like, okay, but how many first-round offensive linemen come in and play well right away? Now, obviously, last year we had Quentin Nelson, who's basically the best guard prospect we've ever seen. Yeah. Neither of these guys are Quentin Nelson in terms of prospect, right? Now, they may end up being really good players, but most really good offensive linemen do not start day one really well. They take a while to get adjusted. Year one is typically not good. And actually, if you look at the sort of the data plotting out the development curve in terms of PFF grade by position, offensive lineman is one of the more stable. You know, it doesn't start well. It gets better year 2. Year 3 is where they really hit their stride, and they're actually good players at that point, the ones that are going to be anyway. So, yeah, they did address the offensive line, but they probably didn't address it to fix it this year. That right side still is likely to be an issue this season. The left guard is James Carpenter, so you can't get that carried away. You've basically got Jake Matthews. Alex Mack should be good, but as you say, he's getting up there in years. Will he maintain that high level, or will he start to drop away? So that's, essentially 3 out of 5 positions on your offensive line is at least a question mark. At the very minimum is an issue that we need to be disproven for questioning. So, yeah, I think that, just below halfway, the lower, somewhere in that lower third to mid-third range is the right kind of area for the Falcons, but it's one that could go either way because if those guys do come in and outperform what we expect, they could easily be better.
Yeah, and that's the thing with these rankings. There's so many guys in a starting 5 that you just don't know what they're going to be. It's so hard to project performance, especially translating from college to the NFL, and then even from NFL year to year. So these are our best guesses. But so the 22 with the Falcons right now is basically saying, hey, past history shows that starting rookies and relying on them, probably not your best bet.
Right. You did address it, but don't get too excited straight away because that may take a while to manifest itself.